Hello everyone, welcome to Raven and Red Fox Tarot. If you're new here, please subscribe. I want to get to 50 subscribers as fast as possible so I could start going live. I know I'll be able to connect with people much better that way, or just there'll be more to connect to. Anyway, if you like the video, leave a like. And also, I do private readings. I'm going to leave my information in the description box. If you are interested in a private reading, reach out to me. I would love to do that for you. Okay, so I spent yesterday making my own little deck of sorts. I've been wanting to do that for a while. I just wrote down anything that came to mind on a card and added it to the deck. But anyway, we got confidence in using children. So I really feel like someone is trying to get to your confidence or knock your confidence using kids somehow. Maybe you have children with this person, or they're threatening, you know, things that would either affect your children, or maybe someone's saying they're going to call, you know, CPS or something on you, or just putting you in a position that would jeopardize something. Also, I have secret supporter here and sober, but I have it written on there. I did all of this sober by SZA, and next to it, are you crazy? So someone here is now on your side. It seems like it is a secret supporter, someone you wouldn't expect, and they're if this is what I'm getting so far, we'll get deeper into it, but it feels like they're kind of looking back on when they were not your supporter, when they were on the other side, and they're like, how do I explain the things that I did? How did I did all of this sober? Are you crazy? Okay, that's the energy I'm getting from that. Waking up, getting comfortable, turn the flash on, karmic. This is somebody, hold on, don't look at me like that. Where do you go when you're gone? Is there another one? Okay. So this is somebody who is, you started waking up, right? You started, or maybe you were in the past, you started waking up. You noticed either they were getting comfortable or you were getting comfortable, something along that line. Maybe they were getting comfortable treating you a certain way, a karmic kind of way, and you were under the impression that is not what was going on here. And you started, you know, turn the flash on means you're trying to focus. You need to see something up close. You know, you want to illuminate this situation. So you started taking a closer look at it. Started looking at things in the shadow and realized this person was actually a karmic in your life. You woke up to something new. And I think it came from you side-eyeing this person, of like, there was things you didn't know. Where do you go when you're gone? That could either be physically they go away, or mentally they're not the same and they disappear from you. But anyway, let's get into it. There are some things I was meditating on earlier, and all. Yeah. You realized you were in this fight by yourself. You might have been in a relationship with this person, and this person had you fighting every battle from them, from others, imaginary battles. And you started realizing this person is putting me in a position where I feel like everything's against me. They're taking all they can from me, and they're happy to do so. and they leave me out in the cold emotionally all the time. Like, that sounds karmic to me. So you're saying you talk like a karmic, you act like a karmic, you smell like a karmic, but you're not a karmic? I want you to show. You started questioning the relationship. Should I take it? No. Oh, I've never looked at the Two of Pentacles like that. This lion has never looked that evil to me. You started realizing that this person was benefiting from you, and this whole relationship was designed in bad taste. Not even in bad taste, it was designed against you. But it was designed to look like the Ten of Cups. Tell me, is this... It took you a long time to really accept this and start moving away from this, even conceiving the idea that you didn't want to be in this. This is a I thought I could change him situation. Okay, I've got the Queen of Cups reverse, and I've got the High Priestess energies, the High Priestess reverse as well. So you were having a really hard time cluing into your intuition because you were so emotionally unstable. Like, it was, imagine the ocean completely disturbed, and you're trying to see a reflection in it. Can't be done. Making connections. I'm just a girl making connections. So when you started noticing that, I got woman's intuition and circling back. You started noticing that things were going... Why is it so reversed? Is it really reversed? Totally reversed. Okay. Anywho, circling back, you didn't say anything out loud, you know, you just kind of played it off, but you started noticing how everything circled back, how this person was using connections, making connections, using connections in a different kind of way. You were clocking it with woman's intuition here. Well, yeah, you realized how you being emotionally unstable, unable to be still, was blocking you from understanding the situation. So you circled back on it and started, you play that tape again. Yep. New opportunities, stronger than I thought. Let's switch places. Shit. Wealthy woman. All right. This person definitely knew. Hold on. Surprise. That's what that says. New opportunity. Surprise. Stronger than I thought. Let's switch places. This person viewed you as a new opportunity. It sucks, but they viewed you as a wealthy woman. Even if it's not money-wise, you know, some men like to live off of women in a multitude of ways, whether it be just making their life, you know, siphoning their emotional well-being, or They do all of the working. It's giving stay-at-home dad, and not the kind that you like respect. But this person, yeah, it looks like they wanted to switch places with you in some sort of way. But you did not. They didn't know who they were messing with. They just saw you as a new opportunity. They saw you as an opportunity, but they didn't understand who you were. I mean, they got one thing right. You have good things and you had a good destiny. You have a good destiny. You are a very strong creator, you know. There are blessings that come with you, but they did not understand who you were at all. They just thought you were fruit for picking. Ooh. It says let's switch places with divine masculine on top of it. So they were making it, they wanted it to be you go to a karmic, because karmic's right under here. You become a karmic and I'll become a divine masculine. You do my work for me. That's what that's giving. And then sticking out right here, hindsight is 50-50. That was a red flag. There was this one time. So you started peeping this. Well, what's the point of all this, huh? Why are we even talking about it? That's a good question. What does the divine feminine gain from this experience? Because this is just another deep betrayal. This is just someone, you know, testing you out again. So what was the purpose of this? That's for later. What was the purpose of this? Tell me about the Three of Cups. This was about you not getting so excited about someone so quickly, because really you were in a good place when this happened. It looked like you... That sucks. Okay, so this might be a little bit of the end of a father wound. Because it was something that was missing. You were wanting something. It doesn't even have to be just a father wound, just like a parent wound, period. Like, you could have everything you need, and someone could come along and they could like present themselves a certain way, even if it was false, and they could, you know, come in strong. Not even come in, yeah, that hot and cold energy come in strong sometimes. And I don't know, like the perception of, they could show you things that were red flags and you would make excuses for that, because like you didn't have the ability to be content with what you had because of that wound. Does that make sense? You were trying to fill that void. And I got foundation on my boob. It makes me sad. Okay. Now you've got the Sun card. And the King of Cups. Yeah. Over the... Because you were looking for love outside of yourself, you really did not have the ability to see the opportunities in front of you Do you know that? Because you were searching for something, you weren't able to see what was being presented to you. That's what it says. Page of Cups in reverse. Met with the King of Swords. Hell yeah. So now when this Page of Cups energy comes towards you, and it's sitting here with the King of Cups, so it doesn't matter what falsehood, these were both reverse, okay? So it doesn't matter what kind of emotional pleading comes to you at this point, you meet it with the King of Cups, okay? You do. The King of Cups. You meet it with the King of Swords, which is, it's either right or it's wrong. There is no in between. Like, you now understand your discernment. And I know I talked about this in another reading, and if you haven't watched that one, watch it. I think it's the one where I said you finally figured it out or something like that. Okay, but you have figured out that your discernment you've had all along. This fly is driving me crazy. Okay, I opened the door for the dog to go in and out, and now I've already killed many, and I'm not a very violent person, but I got pretty so that gives fly on the wall, and this person really can't listen in, and they're getting irritated. Or they're trying to watch you from a bunch of different angles, but they're not getting anywhere with it. They're getting smacked around. Anywho, but discernment. So you've always had it. It's just you weren't tuned in enough to hear it. Like, literally, if you look back, I know this is true for you, it's true for me. I can look back on times when I said out loud secrets of a person sitting next to me, and I said it to them, okay? And I had no idea what I was talking about. And I laughed. I was like, that's so weird. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Just a joke, though. And it was the most accurate description of what was truly happening in the moment. And that person gives me this look like, and I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Now you're listening to your own voice. You're tuned into your own emotions. And you know where that came from? That came from me trying to relieve the pressure in that moment. So I'm trying to care for the feelings of the people around me, so I can't be in tune to my own. That's what that divine masculine, let's switch places thing about. If they can have you completely off kilter, they can slip in the divine masculine in a kind of like, well, first of all, you're going to be acting like a crazy person and they can appear to be the helper, you know, to be the person that's helping and being supportive, but really, you've drained yourself into this person and they are still asking for more. Then I just heard Leona Lewis. What is that song? Okay, if it comes back, I'll say it. Anyway, now you don't even have to say it out loud. You really do. And when you do say things out loud, you hear it. But you're also looking back on all the times when you did say things and you're giving yourself the credit. And I know credit doesn't matter, but if you're a person in your life that has, you know, had intuitive abilities from the start and you're surrounded by people who hide who they are, you're going to need to give yourself that credit to build confidence in your gift, okay? Coming from personal experience, because you know, you're going to say things out loud, and those people around you are going to tell you that you're crazy, dumb, and stupid, because it doesn't benefit them for you to be telling the truth. It doesn't benefit them for you to understand. I used to talk about with my mom all the time. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I used to talk about with my mom all the time that I was talking to my sister. And she would just be like, what are you talking about? You don't have a sister. Okay, cool, kid. And then literally last year, I found out that she was supposed to have 3 children. And I was talking to my sister. And it was, that information was given to me really nonchalantly. And it wasn't understood why that meant so much to me, because I was having real conversations with her. Like, I could feel the love between me and her. And I would talk about it all the time. I'm not being dramatic. That's not even dramatic. But to have someone tell you that what you're feeling, hearing, thinking, blah, 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 from such a young age is not real, it does mess with your head as far as your gift goes. Like, you know, you will question yourself. You'll question, and it's important for the other team, for you to question yourself. Because if you question yourself, you'll question them, and then they can give you good answers. It makes perfect sense, you know? It makes perfect sense. And why would they want that? And I'm going to get off of here after that, because I've got to get out of here. But why do they want you to question themselves so they can have control of you? Because, or just have you distracted? Because you have the ability to influence people, okay? And that's not in like a negative way. You have the ability to say something to someone that will stick. It will stick with them. And then they will grow on that and stick their intuitive knowledge into someone else, for someone else to pick up, you know? So when we say you have a purpose and you have a mission, or at least when I say it, it's not in a grandiose kind of, this is one moment that you have that makes a difference, blah, 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 blah. And some people, sure, they do have that. Some people, one moment really mattered. Okay, but there was many moments that led up to them getting to that moment. What I'm saying when you have a mission is there's many people that you have on your path to touch, and it's important that you reach each and every one of them. You're not going to reach each and every one of them, but it is important that you try. Because when you close your eyes for the last time, I don't know why I'm going here, but when you close your eyes for the last time and you get to see the real effect that you made, you know, the movie of your life through other people's eyes, you get to see how big the difference really was. Some people spend their whole life thinking that they're not doing enough because they're trying to do something that's so giant. But they don't understand that they've already created earthquakes and waves and built buildings. Like, they don't understand the effect that they've had on others, like the effect that others had on them. So yeah, if you're looking for what your purpose is, maybe, of course, dream big, and there's big dreams to be had, and yes, you are supposed to do big things, but don't lose sight of how big the tiny things are, okay? But if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave the video a like and comment, say whatever you want to say. I'm gonna leave my tell me if you liked it or whatever. But I'm gonna leave my information in the description box. If you want a personal reading, please reach out to me. I would love to do that for you. Readings are affordable. Yeah, But that's all. Have a great day.